Oh yeah, up. Oh yeah, down. Ewo, kill them.
I'm very excited. Today we're live at the Lily Gates Hotel and we are having a powerful masterclass session for Realtors titled From Rookie to Excellence, the Nigerian Realtor Success Blueprint. Today we're going to do a deep dive into everything that makes for successful and top selling realtors. Even if you're just starting out today, all of the tools, the strategies, everything you need to take your real estate business to the next level, that's what we're going to be deliberating on here today. We have a fantastic lineup of speakers. Some of the best world-acclaimed speakers are in the building. Top-selling realtors are in the building as well to share their tricks of the trade. So come along. I want to show you some behind the scenes and some highlights from this Realtors event. Come along with me. Shiva.
Customer, because that's the only way that you excel in business. And then customer retention. Now that you've made customers, you have customers, how do you retain them? And how do you scale in business? So all of this and so much more are the things that we're going to be dishing on in this training. So I urge you all once again to sit back, relax. The title of this event is From Rookie to Excellence, the Nigerian Realtor Success Blueprint. If you leave here today, I guarantee you, and you take actionable steps to every day implement the things that you have learned, the results will be obvious even for the blind to see. And so some people come for events like this. Oh, I was at that event. They're so obsessed with taking pictures, creating content, and making it obvious that they were here. But beyond that, the things that you learn, the take homes, what really do you do with it? Do you get so involved or so engrossed with taking notes that you and I know you're never going to refer back to by the time you leave here? So as you hear these things, beyond taking the notes, begin to think within your own sphere of circumstances. Begin to think about how you want to implement these things, even at the beginner stage where you are running lean operations. I know many of us started out at that stage when it's a one-man squad. You're the one doing everything, right? You're the MD, CEO, content creator, you're the one who is scouting for properties, you're the one who is talking to developers, you're creating your content, you're posting it, you're running ads, you're responding to clients, you're doing everything because you don't have the resources right now to have staff, right? So how do you navigate all of them? These are the things, you see that there's a whole lot. These sessions are going to be packed. And even better, we're going to have you attached, or we're going to have some of the best realtors in the business mentor you for a period of time. I'm sure that's something you're also looking forward to. So as Dizat has graciously put this event together, and I guarantee you that she has your best interest at heart. She has been talking too much. So I feel like if you leave me, I talk for a living. I told you I'm a podcaster. So please feel free to say, madam, keep quiet, it's okay. Yes, I give you the go ahead to do that, because sometimes I can go on and on, especially when I'm talking about things I am truly passionate about. So once again, thank you so much for being here. We're going to start very soon, proper. We have a fabulous line of speakers. I'm sure you've seen some of these speakers. You've seen their pictures on social media. But today you're going to get a one-on-one opportunity to really connect with these greats and tap into their minds as they do a deep delve into some of the key monumental things that have contributed to their success stories. They are going to be sharing uninhibited with you today. So please, I indulge you to be in the moment and absorb all of the things that you're going to hear and make them yours, and just absorb all of it, because really it's going to be a life-changing one if you put it to good use. I don't know if some like people discover your dancing skills. But this now, a very distinguished man. He is a Nigerian businessman and stalwart, a philanthropist and a real estate entrepreneur and connoisseur. The founder and CEO of Netcom Oats Limited. Innovation next rise, as we give a warm welcome to the Emperor, the Lion, the Conqueror, Dr.
Hi I value everybody in this room. No matter what we try to build in this industry, if it's not built on integrity, it's like building on nothing. They say when you stay with 10 billionaires, with 3 billionaires in a room, most likely the 4th billionaire is going to be you. Because I know that we have invested heavily, number one, in the products. In the products development. For each point in time was to create something different, something the market has not seen. You are playing in a space where if you become docile, you go broke. You are playing in a space where the greatest competition you have will be your staff, your siblings, and your best friend. Because after you come to share the success story of your last night, by next week, the advertising properties. So what do you do to remain relevant? I have told myself that I will continue to travel either the road least traveled or the road never traveled. Marketing has changed. The thing we were taught has changed. For today's Gen Zs are buying politics. Money has changed. Money has changed hands. And so the traditional style of marketing has changed. We are now appealing to people's feelings. What is hand? And so how you approach a market from a developer standpoint, from an agent standpoint, it's going to be different.
I've kept him for a little while. We're going to talk about the oil that keeps the wheels spinning in real estate. You know that for every moving car, there's something that the lubricant, there's something that keeps it going. The oils that keep the wheels spinning in real estate: marketing, content creation, and digital leveraging. To talk about all of this and so much more, we have an oil master and leader in the building, co-founder of The Republic. With a rich background in marketing, graphic design, and filmmaking, he excels at crafting compelling brand narratives. Today, you are the project and real estate is your project. Ladies and gentlemen, join me with a resounding applause as we welcome Zalia Emeka Soft Life.
Oh, that is
come on, the applause can be louder. It gotta be louder. Bling bling.
I beg you. Thank you.
I studied design thinking back in 2014. So all these things are available. And thank God for AI now, you don't need to search too much.
Ties with the next person. You have to research. Remember I told you have to know something about the next person. You have to understand. He does properties on the mainland. So that means if you give him a property in Ikati, he might struggle a bit. Then market analysis is very important. Meaning, if you want to sell anything on the mainland, Benga is probably the person that you're going to talk to about certain insights. With the eyes of the second person. A lot of mistakes we make as human beings is that we are too proud that we think that we know what people want. And we talk with the mindset of ourselves rather than the person that we are trying to sell to.
You agree with me that to a very large extent, everything that he shared today centers around seeing everything from a different lens. So the bulk of the work that you have to do as realtors is even before you put out anything that speaks to anybody. You need to understand to a very large extent the inner workings, the mindset, the needs, the insights of the users, who these end users truly are, so that you can be selling what they truly need. And I love everything that he shared. I took notes, especially the established sellable value. So when you sell a product, you're already dead on arrival. It's important that what you sell is value, and value is very relative, right? As Vicky has already established when he did the presentations with the guy and the girl. What is valuable to you might not be valuable to me depending on where I am at this point in time in my life. So all of the work, there's so much work that we have to do, and it delves and borders on psychology. So we really need to be psychologists as well as realtors. Thank you so much once again, Ben and Emeka, for being here today. We don't have time. Time is just flying by. We have more time so that we can do a deeper delve into some of this things. I know you also have take You've taken notes?
This lady needs no introduction. She's the reason we're here today. I'll tell you a story about Azizat. I met Azizat on social media many years ago. And the first thing that caught my attention is not just that she's true to size. When she walks into a room, she takes over. There's this fire. There's this energy that owns and possesses every room that Azizat enters. Can we talk about her radiant smile? You know how when people smile, you can tell that it's from the heart. Her eyes light up every time she smiles, and you can tell that she's such a bubbly, zestful person who is joyous, talking about joy. Another thing that really resonated with me when I met her is the fact that she does business and she does it so well. She's one of the most intelligent people that I have ever met. I don't know if being a lawyer has anything to do with it, but she is intelligent in a way that is so relatable, that draws people in. When you meet Azizat and have a conversation with her, you can tell that this is the real deal. You don't need a soothsayer. And Azizat is so much of a giver. And when I say giver, not just from a financial point of view, she's someone who bears her all. And so we shared so much in common, and that's how we became very lovely mutual friends. And so I was truly excited when she said to me, Chika, I'm having an event. I said, count me in. When? Where? I cleared out my schedule. I said, we have to do this. Because you see, when people show you who you are, and they show you that there's something innately good about them, even in a world that is surrounded by so much evil, you just have to rise up to the occasion and show up for people like that, because good people are hard to find.
I'm going to call on our very own CEO and convener of the Rookie to Excellence event today. We have Azizat Oduwole, and she'll be speaking on a general overview and understanding real operations for personal and business brand, in speaking about brand architecture that sells. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as we welcome Azizat Oduwole as she delivers her presentation on understanding real operations both for personal and business brand architecture that sells. That applause was very abysmal. Can we make it louder, please, as we welcome her to the stage?
The next thing that you now have to do is to source for lead through marketing or prospecting. Whatever it is that you're putting out there that contains a piece of information, you now need to define and say, okay, for this particular thing, a graphics will sell it beautifully well. So you put the information of the graphics and you create a really lovely one and you put it out there. It could be a video. But the beauty is, because we know that videos work,
You go viral.
that's why all of us tend to just do videos. And this part, if I was to use 10 minutes, I beg you, chickens, check, let me do it. Even if this is the only part you go on with, I don't mind. How do you create the videos that sell? Right now, we've been here since 8, thereabouts. We're tired. But if I come to this stage and I said something really funny, it will catch your attention, right? It will spike you up. You feel like, oh, okay, what's this person saying? If I just come again, I'm like, oh, everyone, skip to page, carry me here, and I'm like, oh, very pushy that I'm hungry. But if I come with energy and I say something and everybody's like, oh, that's the concept of video making.
Yeah. Everything that we've said here today, really, the bulk of the work starts with the psychology, like I said. You just really need to understand this and understand that everything counts. Like you said, your words, your actions, your body language, things you're saying, things that you're not saying, having information, trying to grab attention. We will go on a short break now because I feel like we have dished so much and you really need to take 5 to relax, to ponder, to contemplate on the things that we have said, to have conversations, to network. Do not take anybody in this room for granted. Over 100,000 women trained in personal finance and thousands guided on their investment journeys. She is known as the Women Money Cheerleader. Yes, make the noise. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me. Let's make a resounding warm welcome to Financial Jennifer. Oh my God. Come on. Hey. Love you already.
I see some of my friends that this person is doing well, but some of them calling for like 3,000 naira, 5,000 naira. You feel like, what's going on? You are not just a rector, you are the CEO of your business. This one is for business. Even though it's in your name, no, you don't have to go and create a limited liability or something. If you want to, that's nice. But personal account, yes. But you tell yourself, this one is for business purpose and this one is for me. You want to build a system knowing that this is a business. Jennifer, you're the CEO of this business. Even if I don't make a sale, that is still money left in my business account, right? So if this money comes in now, what if I have to ask myself, how much should I be paying myself every month? Please, I need us to put ourselves on a salary. That alone will make you feel like, oh, we need business here. And very close to that is your branding, personal branding. There are people, if I have money to buy property, I'll be the one to go and ask them, please, where can I get something like this? But someone is by the side hustling, doing ads, doing this, doing that. I don't see it. But I'll use my tool and go and ask someone else how far. Why? They've built a personal brand. That if I think of property, a name is coming to my head. Remember, this is a fictitious number. We are going to live here today and try to come up with what is going to work for you. Which is number one, how much salary can I afford to pay myself? Now, out of that salary, how much should go into investing? So let's look at it. Maybe one or two investments, stock, like I said, when you kick into these companies, you become a part owner. How do you make money from there? Two ways. Number one, they will pay you dividend, which Nigerian companies do very well, depending on the number of shares you have. So there's this joy knowing that I have something growing somewhere.
Come on.